All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Connor, and the basketball game I just witnessed between the Golden State Warriors and Memphis Grizzlies in the play-in tournament, I could quite literally watch on repeat for 48 hours and never get bored. The crowd, the energy in the air, the big performances, the grit, the grind, this is what peak playoff basketball is all about. This game was night and day from the Hawks versus Magic game right before it. I'm on the East Coast, and it is 1:02 a.m. as I'm recording this, so I may be all over the place with this video, but I'm going to talk about it nonetheless. Playoff Jimmy is very much real, and he's definitely back. The Grizzlies coach as of right now is Tomas Lasalo. I apologize if I'm butchering that name. I'm not familiar with him. In wake of Taylor Jenkins firing a couple weeks ago, he's their new head coach, and tonight he made the rookie mistake of putting Zach Edey on Jimmy Butler to start this game, and Jimmy took advantage of the matchup. One play specifically, he took it right to Edey off the dribble, missed the layup and tipped it in right over Edey's head. Zach Edey's 7'4", and that's not normal. Jimmy went on to let everyone know how small Edey is and hitting the too small celebration before Curry hit a logo three the next play, and Moses Moody brought down the hammer on the fast break right after that to put Golden State up 16 in the second quarter in one of the greatest sequences I've seen this year, and the crowd was loving that. The energy, you could feel it through the screen. Speaking of the man, Stephen Curry was on a different level early on, hitting logo threes, 4-point plays, and showing he's still a playoff riser at the age of 37. And yes, Steph Curry is 37. I know it's hard to believe, and I had to Google it twice myself because I feel like he was just 32, 33. But that's besides the point. Although he had a great performance tonight, Jimmy Butler did feel a little bit too passive at times. There was one time specifically in the second quarter where I thought Jimmy had a layup, but he ended up dumping it off to Gary Payton, who ended up missing the shot, which did bug me a little bit. But Jimmy was fantastic nonetheless. Moses Moody was great in the first half. It felt like every time he scored, it was an emphatic big shot, and that Chase Center crowd was loving it. He played great defense, specifically at the end of the first half. Ja tried to take Moody one-on-one, and Moody did a great job staying in front, which led to a big block to put an exclamation point on a solid first half for the Warriors. Quentin Post was fantastic in the first half as well, hitting 3 big three-pointers. I mean, what a great pickup for Golden State he has been. Guy Santos had a big and one that hyped himself and the crowd up a ton. But despite all of this, Memphis hung around in the first half when it felt like they were getting blown out of the water by Golden State. Ja had a 15-point first half. Santi Aldama and Desmond Bane were solid. But the problem was the defense. The Warriors so easily attacked Zach Edey in the first half. It was a matchup nightmare for him going against these small ball Warriors. As a rookie 7'4" big man who was not agile in any way, he was pretty much being set up for failure by the rookie head coach Lasalo. And to start the second half, I was shocked to see Zach Edey still on Jimmy Butler after a 21-point first half from Jimmy, and right away, to no one's surprise but Coach Lasalo, Jimmy went to work, and all the way up until Edey picked up his fourth foul and Coach Lasalo was forced to take him out. I didn't really get why Lasalo was keeping Edey in, especially because Edey wasn't particularly good offensively tonight for Memphis. He literally started the second half by immediately throwing 2 turnovers, but whatever floats Tomas's boat over there, I guess. I guess it doesn't matter anymore because the game's over and they already lost. Well, I guess it's whatever doesn't float his boat because they lost. But whatever. On the bright side for Memphis, on the later side of this game, midway through the third, they were closing the gap, and they had some great scoring from Desmond Bane and some solid defensive stands. But then Ja went down. It looked like he landed on Buddy Hield's left foot and turned his ankle all the way over, and it did not look good at all. Luckily, it looked like he took some Advil on the bench, and he was able to come back, but he didn't look that good, so I feel like we were robbed of a little bit of a better game. But at first, I did think the momentum would totally swing because Curry hit a big 3 the next play. But Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson did do a pretty good job of holding it down, and they did the same late in the third after Ja's injury. In the fourth, Ja did eventually come back. He was limping, but I guess it helped to give us a better game than if he didn't come back at all. But despite Ja being back down the stretch, it was all Wardell, Stephen Curry. It's like a surreal thing seeing him go off like that, even though we've seen it a million times. But it's just like, how's he doing that? I mean, I thought Scottie Pippen did a fantastic job on him. But Steph Curry, that double pump fake into the 3, it was like, that was ridiculous. He took over that fourth quarter. He hit 3 late three-pointers to put Golden State up 6 with under a minute left in what will go down as another Steph Curry iconic fourth quarter. It was an ugly finish. There was a lot of turnovers. Scottie Pippen got fouled by AirPods on a layup that would have put Memphis within 2, I believe, with 30 seconds left. I didn't really think it was a foul, but That's besides the point. Curry finished this one with 37 points. Jimmy finished it with 38, 21 in the first half, 17 in the second half. And the Golden State Warriors will advance to the playoffs to face the Houston Rockets in round 1 after a slugfest with Memphis that I really do hope is a preview of things to come in the NBA playoffs, because this was a great game that had me on the edge of my seat, and it had me engaged and excited for all the 48 minutes, which is something I can't say about especially the game prior and a lot of other games I've seen this season. This is playoff action, and this is what I could use more of coming in the next 2 months. Well, I guess month and a half. I will be making a series preview on the Rockets versus Warriors series, but for now, you guys know what to do. It's late here. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let me know who impressed you the most in this one, and I'll catch y'all soon. Peace, y'all.